Board of Commissioners meeting is now in session. Honorable Mayor Jeff Mason presiding.
Thank you, Mr. Roy. Chairman McDonald, would you lead us in prayer?
Yes, sir. Let's bow. Lord, we thank you for the day. What a beautiful day. Just all your blessings on us. Lord, we thank you for the privilege to be here tonight and to make these decisions that we've got before us. Lord, I pray you give every one of us in here wisdom. We all just want to do what's best for the county that we love and hold dear. So I pray you give us wisdom on all the decisions, all the votes that are made tonight, and that you bless our time together. It's all these things we ask in your name. Amen.
Amen. Thank you. Join me in the pledge. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may be seated. Thank everybody for coming out tonight. We're kind of cramped for space. Fair setup started today, so we're working a little. I like this setup a little better. I can see you and I can hear. It's not. I don't have a microphone on. Can you not hear me? Do I need to get one? Can y'all hear me back there? Hear me good? Hear me? Hear me? All right. Okay. We'll try it from there then. All right. Roll call, Miss Stacy.
Lydia Gregory. Here. Helen Bowes. Here. Carrie Gibbons. Billy Bass.
Here.
Retta Kirby.
Here.
Charles Kent. Here. Ron Haskell.
Here.
Stephanie McCaleb. Here. Scotty Barrett.
Here.
Matt Enyard.
Here.
Erica Ebel. Here. Cordell Smith.
Here.
Danny Irizarry.
Here.
Stephen Leash.
Here.
Eddie Stout.
Here.
Casey Elrod.
Here.
Justin Malden.
Here.
Barry Cahoon.
Here.
Tommy Bain.
Here.
Junior Fields.
Here.
Connor McDonald.
Here.
Tim Deller. Danny Huff. Ed De La Rosa.
23 present. All right, thank you. There is a quorum. Thank you, ma'am. All right, item number 5 is the approval of the minutes from the April 10th and the May 2nd commission meetings. Motion to approve in a second. Motion was to approve was Connor. Have a motion in a second. Second was Commissioner Enyard. Any questions, discussions, or corrections to those minutes? Seeing none, all those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you, ma'am. All right, number 6 is announcements. Judge Beller, I think you have something for us tonight.
Thank you, Mayor. And thank you to the Board of Commission for entertaining this tonight. It's a little surprise that we have for you. Thank you to all our distinguished guests. Tonight, we want to honor a particular individual. From time to time, there are those that serve alongside of us that set examples for us through their humility and their wisdom, through their steadfastness and their diligence, through their consistency and their integrity, and their loyalty and service to Smith County and to all those that are around them. Their character stands as a model for the rest of us, an example that we would hope to follow, and hopefully we can achieve even in our lifetimes to attain to some of the things that they've obtained already and shown us in their constancy in everything that they do. Just a spirit of excellence about them. Tonight it is with great honor that we want to award and declare a proclamation to one particular individual, one I have served alongside for decades and had the opportunity to observe and see how he does things. That a man that I've watched that he's faithfully held his station and served many judges. He has served this body. He has served this commission. He has served our clerks. He has served all those that have walked through the halls of our justice and the assemblies that we have in our legislative body here. Tonight, I want to offer a distinguished officer and a gentleman, and one that we all declare as our friend, Mr. Roy Knight. Roy, the sheriff wants to say a few words, and we want to impart to you a small token of our appreciation, sir.
You said it so eloquently. But, Mr. Roy has served Smith County for 26 years and served this county well. Mr. Roy, as everybody affectionately calls him, his official title is Sergeant Roy Knight. He has served this county well in every role that he's played. He served with 3 sheriffs. That's saying a whole lot. Whatever, 3 sheriffs. But and Mr. Roy is he's a dedicated family man. And he's dedicated his life to his family, to his country, and to this county. And Mr. Roy, I thank you for your service, and I thank you for your friendship, and I thank you for your loyalty. You couldn't have said it better, Judge. He is loyal to this county.
Sure, appreciate that.
So just a small token of our appreciation, so you can mount this wherever you want to, okay?
Yes, sir.
I failed to get something to attach it to, so we can get that later, okay?
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Mayor Mason?
Yep. My turn. Stay right
Your
there.
turn.
Whereas in special recognition of distinguished and honorable service to Smith County Sheriff's Department and Smith County, Tennessee, I, Smith County Mayor Jeff Mason, General Sessions Judge Brandon Beller, Smith County Sheriff Steve Hopper, and the Smith County Board of Commissioners and the citizens of Smith County wish to acknowledge Sergeant Deputy Roy Peyton Knight, Jr. Whereas Sergeant Knight is a South Carthage native and the son of the late Roy Knight Sr. and Oline Beachboard Knight. For 62 years, he has been married to his high school sweetheart, the former Lois Goolsby Knight of the South Carthage community. They have 1 daughter, Ellie Knight Spike, and 2 grandsons, Jacob Bray and Peyton Bray, and 2 great-grandchildren. Sergeant Knight is a 1959 graduate of Smith County High School, where he received the History Award. He completed auto diesel school in Nashville after high school. Whereas Sergeant Knight has served his country and community for many years. In 1962, he volunteered for the Army, serving for 6 years. 3 of those years in Germany in the 35th 4th Army Division under General Westmoreland. He served in the General Custer Division during his service time in California in the 14th Cavalry and was also stationed in Fort Knox, Kentucky for a period of time. Sergeant Knight boarded a ship in New York heading for Germany when he and his shipmates were detoured toward Cuba for further orders at the beginning of the Cold War. Sergeant Knight later served in the National Guard 1175th Unit and also served as a military policeman. Sergeant Knight received the Persian Gulf Award, the Good Conduct Medal, the Army Combination Medal 3 times, the Desert Shield Award, and the Sharpshooter Award. Sergeant Knight retired as first sergeant after 18 years, 24 years total combined service. Whereas Sergeant Knight worked for 31 years beginning in 1968 until 1999 at the United States Post Office as a mail carrier, walking around 13 miles a day in the town of Carthage. Whereas in 1999, Sergeant Knight began to work for Smith County Sheriff Johnny Bain and has served under 3 sheriffs. He currently is serving under Sheriff Steve Hopper as Sergeant Deputy in the court system. Now, I therefore, Smith County Mayor Jeff Mason, hereby proclaim June 4th as Sergeant Roy P. Knight Jr. Day. Be it resolved that Smith County extends its deepest appreciation to Sergeant Deputy Knight for his dedication and service to Smith County and to the people of Smith County, Tennessee. Be it further resolved that this recognition is spread upon the permanent minutes of this board and this proclamation is given to Sergeant Deputy Roy P. Knight, Jr. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Pride, you'll have to say. I didn't know a thing about it, but anyway, about all I can say is that it's an honor and a privilege to serve Smith County. I'm military, postal service, now serving as sergeant. I enjoy working for the sheriff's department. It's probably the best job I've ever had. Not just because the sheriff's there. He may take it there, I hope so. But I really enjoyed working for the sheriff's department. Done a lot of jobs. Transported 250,000 miles in 2 old cars. Never did break down. I've enjoyed working for the court system. And I'm going to try to make it another year. I thank y'all very much.
Thank you. All right. In the other announcements, you do have an update from the Smith County Highway Department on page 12. One item, number 7, amendments in the agenda and approval agenda. There is a correction to the general purpose school fund budget 141 budget amendment in your packet. Also, there will be a added budget amendment for the corner line as we're running just a little short there, and we wanted to move some money before the end of the year in case we have to do that again. At this time, I would take a motion to approve the agenda as is with the changes. Motion approved, Casey Elrod. Second, Junior Fields. All right, I have a motion and a second. Any questions or discussions?
Mayor, I make a motion to move resolution number 17 up to the top of the
Yes. Yes. I have an added on that we move resolution 17 to the top at the resolutions.
Do we not need to strike resolution number 16?
Yes, strike 16, my bad, sorry about that, I had strike, but yes, strike 16 and move 17 up. Yes, sir, Mr. Herzog. Okay. 10 and 11, yes, we got those down, yeah, that would be 7. Yep, that's just a regular roll, yeah. All right, we have a motion to approve the agenda with adding the correction to the general purpose school fund budget amendment, moving item 17 up to the top of resolutions, voting on resolutions 10 and 11 separately, and striking 16. Any other questions or discussions or changes? Yes, sir.
I just want to discuss.
We're just setting the agenda right now. When we get to it, we'll discuss it. Yeah, just hold on. We ain't got there yet. We're just setting the agenda. We're just approving the agenda. All right, any other questions or discussions or changes to the agenda? We do have a motion and a second. All those in favor? Opposed? All right, the agenda's set. Item number 8 is the county mayor report. It's been busy working on budgets and getting all this together. We did get the grant in last week for the to the Department of DID for the all-inclusive playground. We should know something about September about that. Really got my fingers crossed and hoping we get that grant. That'll be huge for our park project. Item number 2, as you see, all the stuff is moved in. The fair is next week. It's beginning Monday. Well, actually beginning Saturday night through the 8th. If you can, come out. It's a good time, good food, and a chance to see folks. So that's all I got at this time. You have your financial reports, cash flows, and financial summaries. And any questions for Daisy? Seeing none, we'll move on. Item number 9, you have before you committee reports for your information. All right, item number 10 is new business approvals. You have the Smith County audit approval, the 3-star fiscal confirmation letter, and that's just a letter that we have to pass through here to apply for the 3-star grant. Item number 3 is policy changes as far as PTO and insurance on one of those. Is that right? Yes. And a letter of approval for the Tennessee Comptroller's Office for the cat lease. At this time, I would take a motion to group all 4 of those.
Motion to group and approve.
Okay, have a second, Justin Malden. Any questions or discussions? Seeing none, all those in favor? Opposed? We'll move on. All right. Item B is presentations. You have an appointment of a water utility district and all of the internal controls from the elected officials and department heads. Item 3 is the health department annual report. Item 4 is the misdemeanor drug and recovery court. All those are just for your presentation. No action is needed on those. All right, we are moving on to resolutions. Since we are moving resolution 17 to the top, we'll start with it. Resolution 06-2317 is amending a resolution to the official zoning ordinance of Smith County, Tennessee. At this motion to approve, Justin Malden, second, Casey Elrod. Any questions or discussion? All right, seeing none, all those in favor? Opposed? All right, motion carries. Thank you. All right, we'll go back to the top. All right, items 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 are general solid waste highway budget amendments that were passed through the steering committees. I'll take a motion to group, or we can vote on them separately.
Motion to approve.
All right, I have a motion to group and approve, and a second from back here. Stephen Leish, that's resolutions 1 through 5 are budget amendments for the general fund, solid waste highway. All right. Motion was made by Junior Fields to group and approve, second by Stephen Leish. All right. Any questions or discussions on these? Seeing none, then we'll roll call it, please. Stacy?
Lydia Gregory. Helen Bowes. Billy Bass.
Yes.
Greta Kirby.
Yes.
Charles Kent. Ron Haskell. Stephanie McCaleb. Scotty Barrett. Matt Inyard.
Yes.
Erica Ebel. Cordell Smith. Danny Irizarry. Stephen Leish.
Yes.
Eddie Stout. Casey Elrod. Justin Malden.
Yes.
Barry Cahoon.
Yes.
Tommy Bain.
Yes.
Junior Fields.
Yes.
Connor McDonald.
Yes.
Tim Beller. Danny Huff. Ed De La Rosa.
All right, thank you. Items 6, 7, 8, and 9 are school Board of Education budget amendments. At this time, I'd take a motion to group and approve those, or we can vote on them separately.
Motion to approve.
Motion to group, approve, second, Lydia. All right, I have a motion and a second to group and approve. Any questions or discussions on this motion? Seeing none, roll call, Miss Stacy.
Lydia Gregory. Helen Bowes. Billy Bass. Greta Kirby. Charles Kent. Ron Haskell. Stephanie McCaleb. Scotty Barrett. Matt Inyard.
Yes.
Erica Ebel. Cordell Smith. Danny Irizarry. Stephen Leish.
Yes.
Eddie Stout. Casey Elrod.
Yes.
Justin Malden.
Yes.
Barry Cahoon.
Yes.
Tommy Bain.
Yes.
Junior Fields.
Yes.
Connor McDonald.
Yes.
Tim Beller. Danny Huff. Ed De La Rosa.
Thank you. Those are approved. Item number 10 is Resolution 06-2310. It is a resolution repealing and replacing Resolution number 4-2303, authorizing privilege taxes on litigation. This is one that you passed in May, but came back. The AOC had some questions and had some changes made. Jeremy made those corrections, sent it back to steering. Steering passed it the other night, and it's back to you for approval. Motion to approve, Matt Inyard, second. Second, Connor McDonald. I have a motion and a second. Any questions or discussions on item 10? Since it's money, we need to roll call this one.
Lydia Gregory. Helen Bowes. Billy Bass. Greta Kirby. Charles Kent. Ron Haskell. Stephanie McCaleb. Scotty Barrett. Matt Inyard. Erica Ebel. Cordell Smith, Danny Irizarry, Stephen Leish, Eddie Stout, Lacey Elrod, Justin Malden, Barry Cahoon, Tommy Vane, Junior Fields, Connor McDonald,
Yes.
Tim Beller, Danny Huff, Ed De La Rosa,
All right, thank you. Motion carries and passes. Item number 11 is 0623-11. It is a resolution to establish public comment periods during meetings. State legislature this year passed it. We must include public comment at the beginning of all meetings. And so we worked together and put a policy together, and then Jeremy and I presented it steering last week, and they made a few changes to it, and it is here for your approval tonight.
Motion to approve.
Motion to approve, Matt Inyard, second Casey Elrod. Any questions or discussions on this motion? Yes, sir.
For that, resolution 11, public comment, I just want to say a few things about it. I think subcommittee did a really great job changing it from 1 minute to 3 minutes. I don't think that 1 minute is long enough for someone to get the message across. I don't like having to limit anyone from coming here to speak to us, but I understand that hundreds of people show up, we can't be here all night, and I get that. But if 12 or 15 people sign up because they want to talk to us, I really don't want to have to turn those people away. And Commissioner Malden brought up a great point in subcommittee, by saying how often do even 2 or 3 people show up to these meetings, taxpayers and voters who we represent, to talk to us? Not very often, almost never. And me personally, if 20 people take time out of their busy lives and schedules to come here and speak to us, it's probably because something really important is going on, and I want to hear what they have to say. I think it's important, and if something important like that is going on, I feel like it's an hour at 3 minutes apiece of this commission's time very well spent. So I'd like to make the motion to amend it from 10 to 20 and keep it 3 minutes.
Okay. 20 minutes total.
What was that?
20 minutes total beginning the meeting, to begin the meeting.
So 20, a maximum of
20 people.
The first 20 people to sign up
Okay.
on a first come, first served basis.
Right.
Because I feel like that would almost never happen, and
Right.
if it does, I feel like it's something really important. And at 3 minutes apiece, I feel like, that's an hour of our time, but well spent.
Okay. All right, I have a motion to change it. All right, I have a motion and a second to amend it to 20 people for 3 minutes. Any questions or discussions?
Would it be better if we put it in there, public comment may be limited to 10 speakers at the chairman's discretion?
That's the way we're written historically.
Well, it says shall be limited to, so it's a hard 10 right now, but could we
Just change it to say may.
say, give the chairman a little bit of discretion there? That way, it's still on a first come, first served basis. I would recommend that. The problem that we're gonna run into, in my opinion, is I do wanna hear from people, but also we don't wanna have a railroad of the same people getting up and just using the time unwisely just to fill the space, just to get up there and just talk in circles too. Being used wisely, I understand it, but it's also a mechanism that could be abused.
And it only pertains to what is on that agenda. You can't come and talk about something that's not on the agenda. You go. And I would encourage the people that if they feel like their voice is not being heard, is to call you guys. I mean, you guys are their voices. You were elected to represent them, so I'm pretty sure you all have your phones on and you do listen and hear. You do a great job of conveying that when we do go into meetings and such. So I applaud you all on that. So, all right, we have a motion and then an amended motion to go to 20. Or do you want to change? Are you making a motion?
We gotta vote on their amendment first. I
Okay.
can amend their amendment.
Is that right?
Yeah, I can.
Yeah. Would you care? Do you want to change yours to change the wording from shall to may?
So, just wanted to have a little bit more discussion on that. So, I like the idea. I'm interested in that. And but are you saying so it could be up to 20, but the chairman could also limit it to 10 if the chairman chooses to?
Leave it at I'd say that gives us a little bit of discretion, gives the chairman the ability. Again, I want us to prevent from that time being abused and us sitting here again somebody talking in circles or whatever. If it is original thought, if it's something we need to hear, I want to hear it for sure. But I also don't want us to sit here and somebody take advantage of that situation.
I would amend the motion.
Okay, you're amending yours to say, to change the word from shall to may.
But can I clarify, since I'm going to have to do the since I'll have to make the changes? Are you saying keep it at 10, not the 20 that he was saying? Keep it at 10, but change that to May so that the
May limited to 10.
chairman can go. The chair can go above the 10, unlimited above the 10, but may limit to 10 if necessary, and remove the 20 altogether. Is that what you're saying?
I think it would be, that would, in a case-by-case situation, you would say, all right, we need to hear more people. Or,
But at fewest, he'd have to at least give 10.
Still
That's
gets
what,
the 10, yeah.
Okay.
May be limited to 10 at the
at
chairman's
chairman's
discretion.
discretion. Okay.
Yeah,
Now-
make sure that's his motion, so.
Okay.
Danny, are you
Yes.
okay?
Yes.
I'm clear now.
So we're gonna vote on Danny's amendment first. So I have a motion, and I have a second, Mr. Leach, on that, changing it to say May. Any other questions, discussions on the amendment? Seeing none, all those in favor? Opposed? All right, that motion carries. All right, now we're back to the original resolution with the changes. At this time, we'll take a motion.
I would like to make a motion to amend.
Okay.
I would like to strike that 1, 2, and 3, 2 and 3, and change it to any citizen of Smith County wishing to present public comment during a meeting must give notice by appearing at least 15 minutes at the meeting and sign in stating their name, address, and what they want to do, and still allow the chairman to have the discretion, and it must still be an item, an agenda-related item.
Okay. I have a motion to take the 24-hour deadline away and make it a 15-minute before the meeting.
I'll second that.
Matt first. I have a motion and a second.
The reason I want to do that, and just think about us. How often do y'all review the commission packet more than 24 hours before the meeting sometimes? Sometimes we don't even look at it more than 24 hours ahead of time. So it's really hard for me to say, hey, we're going to post this 48 hours in advance, and then we're going to tell the citizen they got 24 hours to sign up and to go through the proper channels. And we say 24 hours, but the mayor's office ain't going to be open after 4 o'clock. So it's really more than 24 hours of really not giving them a lot of time. I think if we're going to do public comment, I agree with what the mayor said. We're representing the people. We need to be talking to people, but also we were elected by the people. Let's hear the people too and give them an opportunity to sign up to.
All right. So an amendment to, motion to amend it to strike 1, 2, and 3.
2 and 3. 2 and
2 and 3, sorry.
Strike 2 and well, you're not necessarily striking. You're changing 2 and 3
maybe lie.
to say
It's 2, 3, and 4 is what it is. Yeah, that's what it should be. Sorry.
okay. I just want to make sure whenever I go make these changes.
Changing it to 15 minutes prior to the beginning of the meeting. Written.
No later than
Still be
15.
they got to sign in.
Gotta sign in.
Name, address, and what item they want to speak on.
Okay.
And once again at chairman's discretion.
Right.
Okay.
They still have to be a citizen of Smith County.
Citizen and an agenda item. All
Okay.
that's fine.
All right. Okay. Any other questions or discussion on
So-
this motion?
So that would be report to the chairman 15 instead of remove the county mayor's office and report to the chairman.
Yeah, because if it's a committee meeting, then it can be the chair of the committee. So.
Correct. Makes sense. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Any
This
other,
will apply to the committee commission.
our understanding, it applies to everything from,
Want to make sure.
yeah, from steering committees, budget committees, full commission meetings. I'm thinking it applies to the school board as well, and.
They have to create one.
Yeah, well, yeah, this doesn't follow, but
Right.
but every public entity has to have this option now. So, but the funny thing is, the legislature don't have this option. Just saying. All right.
Say that you do
That's right. That's right. That's right. All right. So we have a motion to amend it to strike 2, 3, and 4 and change it to 15 minutes prior and notice to the chairman 15 minutes prior with the name, address, and topic. All right. That clear as mud? All right, any other, let's vote on this amendment. All right, so you made the motion, the second was Matt Inyard. All right, any other questions, discussions? Seeing none, all those in favor? Aye. Opposed? All right, that amendment counts. Now we're back on the original resolution. Any other amendments before we move on to voting on the resolution? All right, so we're back to, I will take a motion to approve Resolution 11 with the amendments that were made tonight.
Motion to approve this.
All right, motion to approve. Second. Justin, I have a motion and a second. Any questions or discussions? All right, seeing none, all those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. All right, we'll move on into the budget approval process of the resolutions. Resolution 0623-12 is fixing the tax levy in Smith County for the year beginning July the 1st, 2023, and it is on page 181 of your packet. And it keeps the certified tax rate at the same it was last year, 173.31. Motion to approve. Second. Chaz Kent, I have a motion and a second from them. Any questions or discussions on this resolution? Seeing none, roll call, please, Miss Stacy.
Lydia Gregory,
Yes.
Helen Rose,
Yes.
Billy Bass,
As a member of the Senior Citizen Board of Directors, I still vote based on what's good for the overall budget.
Greta Kirby,
Yes.
Charles Kemp,
Yes.
Ron Haskell,
Yes.
Stephanie McCallum, Scotty Barrett, Matt Inyard,
Yes.
Erica Evil,
Yes.
Cordell Smith,
Yes.
Danny Irizarry,
Yes.
Stephen Leish,
Yes.
Eddie Stout,
Yes.
Casey Elrod,
Yes.
Justin Malton,
Yes.
Barry Cahoon,
Yes.
Tommy Bain,
Yes.
Junior Fields,
Yes.
Connor McDonald,
Yes.
Tim Beller,
Yes.
Danny Huff, Ed De La Rosa,
All right, that passes. Thank you. All right, item number 13 is the resolution 0623-13 fiscal year 23-24. It is budget for funds 101, 122, 127, 131, 141, 142, 143, 151, 156, and 207. Those are on pages 182 through 268. That is the complete and total budget. We can take and make a motion to group and approve all those together, or we can vote on them individually.
Motion to approve. Second.
Motion to group and approve, second. Justin did. All right, we have a motion and a second to group and approve. Any questions or discussions? Yes, sir.
Can we pull these out and vote on the same, and then there'll be discussion on each one?
Are you making that motion?
I'd like to make that motion.
All right, do I have a second?
The motion was to group and approve.
Yeah, amended, yeah, so,
Well, they're already separated.
okay.
So we have a motion to group and approve that's seconded, so it would have to be.
Yeah, essentially, if you vote no, you're voting to not do it.
Right, you're voting to come back. Okay, all right. Thank you.
So a yes vote would group and approve, and no vote would be
Yeah,
to,
a yes
unless
vote-
you'd like to withdraw
yes.
the motion.
Yes, unless you'd like to withdraw your motion. All right, a yes vote is to group and approve. A no vote is to pull them out and vote on them individually.
And we can still discuss anything in any of these, doesn't prevent us from discussing
Right,
everything in here.
right. All right. So I have a motion to group and approve and a second. So any other questions or discussions? All right, seeing
Well,
none.
If you approve now, you've approved it and we're moving on. So if there's
Correct.
any discussion to be had, so unless you want to change the motion to just to group, allow discussion and then approve.
I'll amend my motion to group and have discussion.
Okay. All right, we have a motion to group and have second. Just, all right. A motion is made to group them and then vote. You're voting to group all these together and then be able to discuss.
And then you'll have a later motion to approve as a group.
That's right. That's right. All right. Any other questions or discussions? All right, seeing none, roll call, please, Stacy.
Lydia Gregory,
Yes.
Ellen Bowes,
Yes.
Billy Bass,
Yes.
Greta Kirby,
Yes.
Charles Kent, Ron Haskell,
Yes.
Stephanie McCallum,
Yes.
Scotty Barrett, Matt Inyard,
Yes.
Erica Evil,
No.
Cordell Smith,
No.
Danny Irizarry, Stephen Leish,
Yes.
Eddie Stout,
Yes.
Casey Elrod,
Yes.
Justin Malden,
Yes.
Barry Cahoon, Tommy Vane,
Yes.
Junior Fields,
Yes.
Connor McDonald,
Yes.
Kim Beller,
Yes.
Danny Huff, Ed De La Rosa,
That motion, they are grouped and for discussion. So now I guess we would take a motion to approve them as they are together
And then open for discussion.
and then open for discussion.
Motion to approve. Second. Discussion.
A motion to approve and a second to approve. Any questions, discussions, or amendments?
I want to clarify so that everybody understands this, so we understand the budgeting process. If we vote any of these funds down, the comptroller's office will not approve our budget, so we will be operating on continuing budgets anyway.
Correct.
So there's no point in separating them because it's going to basically be all or nothing anyway. So we don't get to just vote one fund down. Everything has to pass and really nothing passes. So everybody understands that. That's just how the comptroller's office will approve our budget or not approve it.
Thank you, Commissioner Moore. That's your statement. All right. Any questions or discussions on them before we vote to approve? Yeah, you can discuss right now.
I was on the budget committee. Some of it I agree with, some of it I don't agree with. I've been talking to 80 to 100 people all over the county and explained it to them. They don't want to know.
All right. You making a motion to amend anything, or you just statement? Okay. Okay. All right. Any other questions or discussions?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I wasn't gonna say anything, I was gonna keep my mouth shut. But I keep getting phone calls from people in my district concerned about our school board budget. We've got a man here making $166,000 a year, $1,000 a month on top of that, and now he's asking for a $5,000 raise. Yet still, not one time has anybody said anything about, hey, let's see if we can get our custodian a little more money. Let's see if we can get our bus driver a little more money. Not one time does that come up. But every time out comes an opportunity for the board, the director, to rake in some more money in his pile, he does so. Now, everything starts with us. Right here, we are the commission. We are the voice of our people out there. Every one of them in District 4 has got a problem about this. I've got no problem with the school board itself. But when you shell out $166,000 to one man, now they're telling me, I talked to one of the school board members, he's done everything he could, he come up with $1. $1. That's the best the man could do. He asked for $2, he got turned down. When you're sitting here wanting these people to come in and do a job for us, take care of our kids, make sure they get there safe and on time, make sure that they've got a clean place to be educated at, and a good teacher to educate them. But yet still, only one man is getting compensated. Only one man is getting taken care of. Y'all, it is up to us to change this. Change starts with us. Not from anybody else, it starts with us. You may not agree with me. We all have to do our part. There's no reason one man should sit back and get fat while everybody else is struggling. School teachers that are coming here putting up some of these kids, and I'm sorry to tell you, some of these kids, the teachers should get paid double for having to deal with some of them. But yet still ain't nobody wanting to help them out. Nobody's wanting to help this janitor out. He can't live on $166,000 a year, but he wants the janitor to live off maybe $20,000 a year. Now somebody explain to me what makes this right. Nobody can. Now I'm gonna sit down and leave you with that to think of.
questions or discussions? Sir.
So I'm sure other people have noticed it, but I was the one that brought it up in our working session, asking kind of for an explanation of what was going on with director of school pay, because like I've had this discussion with several other people. You know, we've gone through, I don't know how many pages our budget is before you get to director of school, but it's 50, 60 pages where it's broken down, and it says, you know, county mayor, it's your base salary, and then it's got retirement, social security, travel, things like that broken down after it. So I assumed, looking at the budget for the first time, that looking at director of school, it says 166. That is his base salary, and then social security, retirement, things like that came after it. And so, and we're on top of that. So I asked the question at the work session, you know, if he really gets paid 242, I think we're all in the wrong profession. We need to change, and I'm changing jobs for sure. But then I did some digging. I talked to Director Smith. I talked to Jamie Winkler, the attorney who represents the Board of Education. And I found out that it's because there's a reporting difference in that they report his entire package as one line item. And I got the breakdown. The base salary is $128,900. And the benefits, you've got retirement, health insurance, social security, other items that are in there that get it up to 166. And make no mistake, he's well compensated. He is the highest paid county employee. However, when you look at that 128 number compared with other directors of schools in similar counties that oversee similar number of students and schools, it's not so far out of the realm of possibility that I can justify voting down this entire budget, which is what we would be doing. And there's a lot of great things in this budget. There's raises for virtually every county employee in this budget. There's no property tax increase. I don't like the teacher pay. I want to see teacher pay higher. That's something we didn't get this year. And I know the state has come in, though, and addressed that with state funds that'll be kicking in. So I don't like the fact that, you know, I'm the one that brought it up, and it ended up, I hadn't done my research beforehand, which I've apologized to Director Smith, I've apologized to Jamie Winkler, but they've given me the breakdown, and it's a salary that is not out of the realm of possibilities, and is for the size of the county, the size of the school system, is what I think is a salary that we should approve.
Yes, sir.
I also myself went to the school board and discussed with one of the school board members and Miss Nixon, I think her name is? Miss Mitchell, I apologize. I've asked for a disbursement journal. I have asked for a payroll summary. I don't have, I put in for an open request form. I was told that I had to go through somebody else. I was told I was going to get charged for the copies. If this is a transparent, if we're striving for transparency, why is it not here for the full commission to see? And I'm not talking about this little piece of paper. And I was good with this when I met with the school board. I was good with it. And then some other things have been brought to light since then. Y'all, I understand you're saying we're going to turn down our whole budget. But if we keep on, this guy's going to be making more than the President of the United States. We've got to do something.
Mr. Hassler, I got a question. We cannot do a line item veto on any given,
Up or down?
it's up or down. So essentially, if you vote this down, school starts in what, 35 days? So you're putting in with their entire funding.
You'd be continuing. You'd go into a continuing budget,
When you go to last
which
year.
the county would do the same thing.
Mr. Mayor, can we recess this until further study?
It's a motion you make. But like I said, we're supposed to pass the budget by the end of this week. And so if we do, how quick, your recess would be for how quick?
Mayor, I want to put out, even if we voted this down, we have no rights as a commission to make the school board change.
You set their revenues. You set the revenues.
As a whole,
Yes.
but not as individual items. That's the only
The school board is an elected body itself. They are the ones that set their budget. Keep in mind, we fund 20% of their budget.
Right.
The remaining portion is state funding. Do I have certain concerns? Yes, I do. But if the concerns have to rise to a level that is serious enough for me to continue voting down an entire budget based off of a single line item. And also keep in mind, put this in perspective. If we took his entire salary away, we're not giving teachers a significant raise. We're not giving other personnel a significant raise. We wiped out that entire line item and divvied it up. So, you know, his pay, while he is well compensated, you know, you make the comparisons, but it's not a fair comparison because you can't just generate the random money to give everybody else more. Now, keep in mind, the highest payroll in the county budget is the school system. The largest employer in the county is the school system. So he is the highest paid county employee, but he is also the chief executive officer of the largest employer in the county. But it all goes back to what Commissioner List said too. We don't set their budget. They are elected board. They are representatives of the people. If the people have concerns, that is the body that does it. And again, I have concerns voting down an entire budget. You know, I've got other concerns. There's other things we may want to look forward to, but at this time, I think we need to move forward with this and examine, you know, what we want to try to do going forward because it is the 11th hour already.
Any other questions or discussions?
The only comment that I want to make is that I've heard from a lot of constituents myself more in the past 2 days than any other time this year. We can vote it down or do whatever we want, but there's nothing that's going to change their thinking. They can come right back with the same exact budget and do exactly what they're going to, you know, and say, this is what we want to propose. So keep that with a grain of salt.
Right.
I have concerns too, just like everybody else. However, like Commissioner Bowman said, I don't know if it's to that level yet to vote the whole thing down. There's a lot of good things in this budget for the county as a whole and for these county employees.
Any other questions or discussions? So motion is to approve all the funds as they are. All right. One last, any questions, discussions before we go on? And if you're a county employee, and from my understanding, Jeremy, you back me up on this, since we're rolling them all together, they can vote yes.
It's a whole budget.
Or no, whichever to their, yes. It's a whole budget. Yeah, they don't have to abstain, is what I'm saying. Yeah, right. All right. I have a motion and a second to approve it. Seeing no other questions or discussions, roll call, Ms. Stacy.
Lydia Gregory?
Yes.
Ellen Bowes?
Yes.
Billy Bass?
Yes.
Greta Kirby?
Yes.
Charles Kent? Ron Pascal?
Yes.
Stephanie McCaleb?
Yes.
Scotty Barrett? Matthew Inyard?
Yes.
Erica Eagle?
No.
Cordell Smith?
No.
Danny Irizarry?
No.
Stephen Leish?
Yes.
Katie Stout?
Yes.
Casey Elrod?
Yes.
Justin Malden?
Yes.
Barry Cahoon?
Yes.
Tommy Bain?
Yes.
Junior Fields?
Yes.
Connor McDonald?
Yes.
Tim Beller?
Yes.
Danny Huff? Ed De La Rosa?
Yes.
All right, budget passes 19-4. All right, item number 14 is resolution 06-23-2014. It's making the appropriations for various funds, departments, institutions, offices, and agencies of Smith County, Tennessee. At this time, take a motion to approve.
Motion approved.
Motion approved. Motion approved. I have a second from Casey. All right, I have a motion and a second to approve the appropriations resolution. Any questions? Any questions or discussions on that? Seeing none, roll call, please, Stacy.
Lydia Gregory?
Yes.
Ellen Bowes?
Yes.
Billy Bass?
Yes.
Greta Kirby?
Yes.
Charles Kent?
Yes.
Ron Pascal?
Yes.
Stephanie McCaleb?
Yes.
Scotty Barrett? Matt Inyard?
Yes.
Erica Eagle?
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Danny Irizarry,
Yes.
Stephen Leish,
Yes.
Eddie Stout,
Yes.
Casey Elrod,
Yes.
Justin Malden,
Yes.
Barry Cahoon,
Yes.
Tommy Vane,
Yes.
Junior Fields,
Yes.
Connor McDonald,
Yes.
Tim Bellard, Danny Huff,
Yes.
Ed De La Rosa,
Passes unanimously. All right, thank you. Item 15, Resolution 62315 is making appropriations for the donations to various organizations. Motion to approve, Junior Fields. Second, Lydia Gregory. I have a motion and a second. Any questions or discussions on this resolution? All right, seeing none, roll call, please. Stacy?
Lydia Gregory. Yes. Helen Bowes. Yes. Billy Bass.
Yes.
Greta Kirby.
Yes.
Charles Kent.
Yes.
Ron Haskell. Stephanie McCallum.
Yes.
Scotty Barrett. Matt Inyard.
Yes.
Erica Eagle. Yes. Cordell Smith.
Yes.
Danny Irizarry.
Yes.
Stephen Leish.
Yes.
Eddie Stout.
Yes.
Casey Elrod.
Yes.
Justin Malden.
Yes.
Barry Cahoon.
Yes.
Tommy Vane.
Yes.
Junior Fields.
Yes.
Connor McDonald.
Yes.
Tim Bellard.
Yes.
Danny Huff. Ed De La Rosa.
Passes. All right, that concludes the budget. We'll move on to item number 11, is a list of notaries before you. At this motion, I take a motion to pass those notaries. Motion to approve, Chaz, second, Connor. I have a motion and a second to approve the list of notaries. Any questions or discussions? Seeing none, all those in favor? Opposed? All right. Any other business? Item 12. All right, seeing none, item 13, I take a motion to adjourn. Motion to adjourn, Matt Inyard, second, Stephen Leish. All those in favor? You are adjourned. Thank you for your time.